And I always said if acting didn't work out, I'm gonna do what all you other niggas is doing. And that's start a podcast. Start a podcast about how black women don't submit, how they don't cook, don't want to learn how to cook, then just don't even listen. Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Listen, if I get one more of those damn podcasts, I'm gonna shove them up their ass.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Howard, aka Banks, and I'm from the Bronx, Harlem, and either or. And you're watching the first episode of Mama's Cooking. And I told myself, if acting don't work out, I'm just gonna start a podcast just like the rest of you niggas. See, and all y'all want to talk about is how women don't submit, how they don't cook, don't even want to learn how to cook, and all the other bunch of bullshit.
He already trying to start crap.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy G from NYC, from the Bronx, New York. You already know. I'm an actor, podcaster. I got my own, of course, my own G Talk podcast. Check that out.
Sir.
Yeah, man.
And I'm Kenya. I guess I'm the only girl representing today. Kenya from Harlem. I'm a Harlem girl. I've never heard anybody in life claim Harlem and the Bronx. That is wild right there. But what?
Harlem Bronx only.
Oh, I'm done.
Listen, I spent 10 years in Harlem and another 15 in Harlem and another 15 in the Bronx.
I'm gonna need you to pick a borough.
So it's hard to pick a borough when I love both.
Listen, hold on, wait. Y'all cutting into me, but anyway,
I'm sorry.
Harlem girl, have a podcast on YouTube called Kicking It with Kenya. Also trying to be a model, trying to be an actor, and if all else fails, hell yeah, like you said, we start a podcast, right? But yeah, no, Harlem and the Bronx. I've never heard that. What? People claim that 2 boroughs? Who says they claim 2 boroughs?
That's how it is. Like some people claim, I know people that claim Brooklyn and the Bronx, but I'm just Bronx bred.
No,
strictly.
I know. No, if you're from the Bronx, no, you Bronx people.
Wow.
Now y'all, y'all rep. Nobody reps they borough more
than the Bronx.
Yeah, so for you to then say Bronx and Harlem, I've never heard a person. You're really not from the Bronx then, because no Bronx person says, "Oh yeah, I'm also from." Anybody I know from the Bronx, they are repping the Bronx. They are repping the Bronx.
So you trying to say I can't like the Yankees and the Mets? That's like saying you can't like the Yankees and the Mets.
I don't know baseball, but I do feel like you just said something blasphemous.
I'm gonna have to agree with her.
I feel like you did just
Yankees and Mets. I'm neutral.
I'm neutral too. I'm like both. I mean, they from New York, so
yeah, true. It's either you claiming the Yankees.
But then when it goes to basketball, it's either Nets or the Knicks, because I'm a Knicks guy.
But the Nets just got here. I feel like
the Nets is still New Jersey.
The Nets just got here. I feel like the real New York City team is the Knicks.
Amen.
But I've never ever heard that. But hey, this is a good way to break down.
I cannot with y'all. Man.
Oh God! So what we got today?
Man, I wanted to talk about this Beyoncé thing, like the Beyoncé tours going on. At first when it came out, them tickets, the prices were crazy.
Expensive.
I think it started. I think somebody said it was starting around 10,000. I don't know.
The tickets?
The tickets when it first came, but I think it's cheaper now.
I do know some people who spent upwards of $500 plus to go see Beyonce. But aren't we? Come on. Are we not peeping? She always releases her tours around tax time.
Yo, that's
are we seriously?
But that's a good marketing strategy, though.
It is, but I mean, you know what? You can't blame the artist. You blame yourself. You know your budget. So if you over here going bankrupt to go see Beyonce, that's not Beyonce's fault. She's just gonna do the marketing and what she's gonna do. And this is the perfect time to release a concert because of the fact that people usually getting more money in abundance with taxes.
But then I love my black people, but we like to spend money before we actually get it.
Priority.
That's what she's playing in the cards, the hands of that.
I mean, but don't any business try to prey on your credit cards or try to always do something. Beyonce is a business. She's not an artist. She's a business. So
Wait, you don't think she an artist as well? She
she's
can't be
a
both?
she's an artist, but I feel like some people reach a certain bracket where now they're just their
Mhm.
entity is that of a
Just making
business.
She
money.
made yeah, she's been in so long that
When would
I'll
you
look at it as a business.
like? All right, maybe this is my opinion, but would you ever see Beyonce in like some speakeasy doing some sit down concert like art like some artists
I
would,
think
or
I
is she at this point
I think that would be different. That'll be a different lane for her, but
she
nah,
would
like
never?
she's gonna do. Yeah, she's too commercialized. Where it's
Mm,
like she's that big name
She's
to where
mhm.
she won't
Beyonce.
go. Yeah,
Yeah,
Beyonce. Yeah,
yeah,
at
She's
the end
it's
of the day.
like come on,
yeah.
she's beyond. It's even going
She's
down
the
with Rihanna
headliner.
at
She's
this
the
point.
headliner, right?
Rihanna is now a
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Y'all
business.
copping tickets though to Beyonce's? Y'all ain't copping. It went down though.
Hell no.
It got cheap. All
I
right.
like
I
Beyonce.
mean,
I like
right.
Beyonce. I like her as an artist. I really and I mean I was listening to old Destiny's Child literally like 3 days ago.
Mhm.
And I mean to know that she's been around since I was what, 8? Since Destiny's Child, Bills, and all that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see where she is. But I I like I said, I like her music, but I never really connected to her personally because I
Mm.
mean, I not enough for me to want to
Mhm.
spend that much.
Right.
There's
Right.
everybody has that artist they
Everybody
would
gotta
spend
right,
money for.
right,
She's not that for me.
right.
Okay.
But to some other people who love and worship her and think of her as a deity, I guess you could spend $1,000 a plus on a ticket.
That's
I'm not
understandable.
because
That's
I'm
Good
understandable.
luck.
Though.
I'm not about to spend 1,000 or 1,000 plus whatever to go to a concert and then go back home to my apartment.
Right,
Mm. I see what you're saying. I see what
right.
you're saying.
Yeah, no, that don't make no sense
Like
to
it's not
me.
even like it's not like it's like a seminar or something where you could learn something. All you gonna do is
Enjoy
relearn the
it.
same
You're
lyrics
gonna
that you
enjoy. You're
already
gonna have
knew.
fun. You're gonna reminisce. It's gonna be all
And
that
also it depends on where
nostalgic.
you're sitting. If I'm in a back row, if I'm looking at
That
a
don't count.
television and I don't
You
want
got
to
it's
be,
the seats. You gotta make
it's the
sure the seats
seats.
is right. Like
Listen,
it's
the
just
the sweat gotta drip on
right.
me for me
Yeah.
to feel like I'm in there.
Word.
Like
For
if
real,
it,
like
if
if
it's
the
not,
seats are not seating the
Nah,
way I need it, where I need to be sat, then
that's
there's no reason for me to
crazy.
be there.
That's
I just don't.
crazy.
If I'm looking at a jumbotron, I could just sit in my house or buy it off HBO like I did with the On the Run tour.
Okay.
I got it off
or watch it on
HBO.
YouTube
Yeah,
because they always got
I'm
it on
cool right
YouTube.
at this big age. I'm cool watching on TV, like a nice little concert on TV.
But some people are concert people.
Facts.
Yeah, true,
Facts.
true.
That's why I'm never gonna
I'm
knock
with you,
somebody
bro.
for what they spend.
It
If
depends,
that's what
yeah.
you, if that's your, because I would spend 1,000 on a trip.
That's what
I
I'll
spend
do.
1,000 on
That's
a trip.
different.
That's what
Yeah,
I'll
I
do.
do that
I do it in
quick.
a heartbeat,
I do
right?
that
Different,
quick.
that's
But
different.
some people don't. I don't know how you don't see the value in spending money on a trip, but some
Right.
people don't. As we
Mhm.
both see, I'm the only female here. So I kind of want the perspective of we lost someone that in the YouTube world.
Mhm.
And I feel like we didn't. I feel like as a YouTube culture, we didn't talk about this male enough. So I just wanted the perspective of Kevin Samuels,
Mhm.
because it's like being you guys are men, and
Right.
I don't know how y'all if y'all are part of this manosphere stuff, but it's almost like y'all lost y'all tycoon.
Yeah, in a weird
In a way,
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost like
first and
like
foremost,
it seems like the
RIP.
manosphere has no
You gotta say
leader
RIP to my boy.
anymore.
He
I'ma
was,
have
he
you
was,
start
he
with
was.
Banks.
You know, like I said, first and foremost, RIP. And he was like I watched every like video, like,
Really?
and before he was even popping, like I was watching him,
Mhm.
and I was like, the first thing I got from him was like he was trying to uplift men and trying to show men that you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
be men, and because first woman thought he was just downgrading women and coming at
Yeah.
women, but it was more so he was coming at men first, telling men they got to get their shit together. You can't be trying to tell women and trying to tell a woman to submit when you don't even got your stuff together. Like you don't even got your finances together. You don't got your life together.
Right.
So I felt like he was more so, in a sense, trying to show men how to become men, like
Mm.
finances, how to treat a woman, and how to talk to a woman, and then so on, so on. And that's when the women started coming in with the interviews and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's
I
what I
kind
got
of
from
like
him.
when you said it's the way you said it. Like I'm about to get a little Oprah here,
Wow.
but it's the way you said. I've watched every. It's almost like you had like an
Nah,
emotional,
cause
like it's so like, and I don't think I want
I
to
watched
lean
every
into that a
video.
little bit. You kind of
I
had this
did. I
look,
watched
and I don't
it.
even know if the
I
camera
didn't
picked it up, but it's like your eyes kind of went. I watched every bit. Like it kind of
Cause
hit
it was
you.
just like he was. Not only was he was like teaching. It was entertaining too at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
I was.
so, yeah, it was
It was.
entertaining. Like, so
It was.
for me, it was just like, damn. Like, and then the way he went out, it was just like he just started,
Getting there.
and then just boom, he's just gone. Like it's like damn, it's just like damn.
I remember when so how I was introduced to Kevin Samuels, I was doing like a skit or something with my boy, and he's like, "Yo, I want you to check out this person." I'm like, who this?" So he showed me the episode. It was like an episode where I think he was starting off with his I guess podcast or his show, and like I'm like, who's this guy with a suit, clean cut, glasses? I'm
Classic
like, "Yo,
man.
what?" And then I remember it was like I think he got hot off, I think Shade Room posted him where it was him talking to a woman,
Right?
and she was saying like what her preference was with dating and stuff like that.
But
And he just flat out was telling her like you're not that attractive. I'm like, wait, what?
Is that the
this
girl
But
that
it
was
be-
35 and
I
he said
think
she's
so.
a 6?
It
I
be
think so,
true
like, he's-
stuff. It be true.
Yeah, he be honest,
It's
but he
honest.
be a little
That's the
abrasive,
thing about those,
with it,
especially
you know
this
what I'm saying?
generation. It's soft. It's very
It's very
soft
soft,
now.
definitely,
Me
definitely.
growing up, and I'm in from the '90s. And me growing up,
90s
like it was
baby.
just straight right, like that hard, tough love. You know, you knew you got the love, but it was hard,
Yeah.
tough love. Like
How old are all of we? If all of
I'm
all of us.
29.
You're 29.
24. No, I'm playing. I'm 32.
Yo.
I'm 31. Okay, because I just wanted like,
I'm
because
gonna be 30
we're
though.
speaking
Yeah,
from that.
right.
I'll
Okay,
be
so
30 this year though.
you'll be 30.
Oh,
Oh,
right, like
Y'all not
yeah.
gonna let me in?
Uh,
Finally
here
in the
we are
30s.
at 30.
Yeah.
But you know what? 30s is the new 20s.
So y'all are speaking from like, because you said like about the sensitivity and stuff like that. Y'all are coming from that perspective also when it comes to listening to Kevin Samuels
Right.
stuff.
Right.
It's like both of y'all, and I feel, all right, when he passed, I feel like most men didn't have the space to even mourn him. Y'all sound like
The
y'all.
woman was
No,
going
but
crazy.
y'all not seeing y'all faces the way I'm seeing it. It's almost like, and I'm noticing this for the first time too. It's almost like a heartstring is being tugged. You know,
like,
it's almost
I
like a
felt he
heartstring.
has so much more. Like
Of
he
him.
especially he has a lot more to teach. Like
Oh,
because he was not only teaching men, he was teaching women too. Like
Yeah,
and he was like, and if like women was not looking at it as him trying to bash them when he really wasn't. He was just being brutally honest.
Right.
And these days, like being honest is coming out like, oh, I'm honest, so you're trying to disrespect me. And he's like, no, I'm just telling you the
because
truth.
people aren't looking for honesty; they're looking for
Yeah,
validation
they're looking
for what
right,
they're already
right,
doing.
Right.
They don't want
They don't
honest
want
truth
the
that would
honest
make them
truth.
veer to another
Because
path
they so comfortable in what they're doing.
in their truth. It makes sense.
Right.
I mean, as a black woman, I guess it's weird of me to even say out loud, I didn't have a problem with that man at all. I didn't have a
Me
problem
neither.
with Kevin. I actually watched a lot of his interview because I did see the clip y'all are talking
Mhm.
about I think she was
That's how
35.
he
She
got
had a
viral.
son.
Right.
It went
And
viral.
I
too.
saw it on World Star.
I think she had like
That
two
was World
kids.
Star.
It was
I
two
saw-
or one.
I think she had one son. I think it's that when she had one son and she was like, she wanted a 6-figure man, but she was like 35, one son, whatever. And I saw
Crazy.
that clip and I read the comments and all of that stuff. And, I had some other
Mhm.
friends, can't believe he said that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm somebody who have to do my own research.
Mhm.
So I just was like, let me just look this man up. He's
Right.
popping up too much for me. And I remember his interview with Tasha K.
Oh.
And I was listening to him and I'm like, this man is different. At the time, women were listening to Derek Jacks, and we all see where that led.
I already knew he was a.
But
I'm not
y'all
gonna get
felt it.
into
No,
that.
y'all, it's funny because
I knew he
got
was
us.
a
Really was
scam
He
artist.
got us. He did.
I wasn't
He-
really paying attention until
I ain't paying attention to me either.
None of
Because the
y'all
moment
did.
I saw the first video, I'm like, he
Yeah.
lying. Like,
None
he
of y'all
lying.
did. I don't know a single
Like,
male.
I could just tell, like,
He was just putting on.
he was just putting on to get the females on his side.
He got me.
And it's
Good marketing, good marketing
I want to
scheme.
expound on that. Like, he was getting women on. It's a lot of guys on social media that be
Trying to get women on
trying
his
to get
side.
women on. It's a lot.
And where
Yo, I
Kevin
have a
wasn't trying to
list.
get women on his side,
Exactly.
he was
Kevin
just
was
trying to
real.
tell the truth.
Right. He
That's
was real
it.
with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, he
it.
was saying things like that was a little aggressive at first. Like, people couldn't take it, but it was an honest truth. And
But
I
was it
respect
really
it.
aggressive?
I respect it.
I don't
'Cause
think
he
it was
never was
aggressive.
aggressive.
He was not, like,
He never cursed
much-
nobody
From
out.
what I saw,
He never screamed.
Listen, the worst he would do, ma'am,
Right,
ma'am,
All right.
ma'am,
And
all right.
click you right off. That's
Yeah.
it.
ma'am,
He was just
Ma'am,
like, yeah,
this
he was like, I don't got time for that.
click. And
That's
I think
it.
and it's his show. And if you called in for advice and you want, but the thing is, it got to a point where people wasn't even calling in for advice. It's like they called in purposely to argue.
To argue with him.
And it's like that's
Yeah.
not what his and the funny
Yeah,
thing
true.
is that interview with Tasha K, he was So
He
humble.
want-
He didn't even know he was going to be famous. He genuinely just wanted to help
Yeah.
because he has the knowledge and he has the education and he had the experience in sales and
Mhm.
marketing, and he has a lot of hands and a lot. He was
He's
very
a
knowledgeable.
He definitely
entrepreneur
was.
for
Like,
real.
I felt like he had a lot of he had a lot of good qualities about him, and he like really spoke facts for a lot of things. But I think
Mhm.
I don't mean to say aggressive. I felt like it was a lot of uncomfortable situations for people when he would ask them questions. It was just a lot. I remember when I think he was just asking women like their sizes and different
Yeah,
like I
like
was just like, whoa,
he's like, how much
like,
you, how
how
much
much
you?
you
He's like, what? How
weigh?
much you weigh? Right.
Yeah,
That was
But
it
like,
was like different things.
whoa.
I'm like,
And when
oh
she
hell
said
no.
her weight, he was
He was
like,
just
you're
trying to
oversized.
examine the whole thing. He was just examining everybody and trying to see like how
Yeah.
who you would be
Right.
good for and stuff like that. Because again, they be calling for advice, and it is a show.
It's true.
You
It
guys
is-
are right.
And the
So-
girls
is-
will be like, I don't weigh this much. You like, to society, you're
do.
overweight.
And
it's
Yeah,
true.
it is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
I have to sometimes check my privilege. I'm small, you know. I'm little. So but when some of the girls will come on there, and and even men. One time I remember the viral clip I
See?
saw where he was like, "You a fat dude,
Yeah.
and
You want
you ain't even got a big."
Yo.
So what's she gonna do? You ain't
It's-
got no job. You a fat dude, and she don't even get
Like,
big.
right.
So
It's like what you offer. Like,
what you offering? Like, what are you
nothing.
doing? And
see, that's the thing
that's
that I
the
like
thing.
about him.
It wasn't just
It
women.
was just in
and
women.
That's,
see?
and that's kind of why I gave him a little bit more grace, because I saw both.
Right.
Both.
Mm.
Anybody could have caught these hands with Kevin. It wasn't
Mhm.
just him
Right.
being like, "You men," and then and then, or "You women." It just was like
Mhm.
he wanted black people to win.
Mm.
That's what it was. He wanted
That's the
us
biggest
to
thing.
get to a place, and this is what I hate about these. This is why I say I feel like the manosphere has no direction, and it's because I feel like there's no solution. The thing with Kevin, he will talk
He was-
to you, but then
Mhm.
also give you solid advice
Yeah.
Solutions,
that will
right, to
also
help.
like get you a reward that you wanted if you were to listen.
Right.
And if you didn't want to
Right.
listen, that's on you. But it
Right.
wasn't him just saying, you know, you fat, and that's it.
Mama's cooking brings back some memories. Mama's cooking somehow still speaks